Hey everyone, it's Desy Cheng, and as a stay-at-home dad, I gotta keep the house clean. So today I'm gonna be talking to you about the Dyson V8 Total Clean from Costco. This thing retails for about $550 Canadian, but when you get it on sale, it could go as low as $450. So before using this, I was using the Dyson bigger canister corded vacuum, and it was great. It was powerful. However, it was just so big and clunky, and because I am lazy, I just wasn't vacuuming as often as I should be. So now that we got this, we vacuum probably like 3 to 5 times a week, even if it's just a small little thing here and there. It's so easy to just grab and just press the trigger and vacuum it that it has made vacuuming almost effortless. So when I was in the market to buy a smaller handheld cordless vacuum, I actually went through 2 other brands before jumping onto this. I got a Black & Decker one as well as an Electrolux one, and they were both terrible. I mean, they were fine in the beginning. However, over time, they just lost power, and their suctioning power just kind of got weaker and weaker and weaker. One great thing I love about this is even after 2 years of use, it still has the same suctioning power, and when the battery dies, it just cuts right out. Instead of just kind of like, getting weaker and weaker, it'll just cut right out. So it'll go from like max output, suctioning, and then it'll just die. And I actually prefer it that way just because it just sucks when you're like, you're vacuuming something and it's really weak and you're trying to like vacuum it 10 times. It's not really going. I'd rather just, okay, if it's dead, it's dead. I'll just plug it in for a little bit and then I'll just go back and vacuum some more later. So I picked this one up from Costco, and I have to say that this is probably one of the best household investments that we have made. Even though it's a little bit pricey, we use it quite often. And the other household item that we use like very, very often is the Vitamix. We've had it for 7 years, and even after 7 years, we still use it probably like 4 to 6 times a week. It's just one of those things that's going to be a long-term, lifetime investment. This thing is so easy to use that even my toddler can do it. So one thing to note is that there are actually 2 modes to this. There's a high suction as well as a max suction, and it's super easy just to flip the switch. Now in max suction mode with the motorized head, you only get about 7 minutes of time. So if you're gonna be, if there's some heavy carpets or a lot of dirt inside the carpets, you probably want to use the max suction. Now, if you have laminate flooring or tiles or anything, or hardwood or anything like that, flipping it into the high suction is completely sufficient. So in this mode with the motorized head, you get about 25 minutes. Now, when you take the motorized head off and you put on just a standard brush head that doesn't have a motor in it, you can actually get up to 40 minutes. So I live in a 2,100 square foot house, and it's mixed. There's mostly laminate flooring and a little bit of carpet, and with one charge, I'm able to do the entire house, but I kind of have to switch between the high as well as the max suction. So if you do live in a larger house with more carpeted areas, then this probably isn't the vacuum that's going to be your main household vacuum. You probably want to invest in something that's corded so it can last the entire time and vacuum the entire house. But if you're just going to go for small little areas here and there, this thing is great. So with the Total Clean, it does come with a bunch of different accessories. However, I literally only use 2 of the head accessories. I do use the motorized head most of the time, whether it's carpet or if it's laminate flooring or anything like that, it just does the job. And the other head that I do use most of the time is just this small little thing, just to kind of get into small little cracks and stuff like that. And obviously I use the extension rod when I'm just vacuuming handheld. I pretty much have this glued on most of the time. I only need to go handheld mode if I need to vacuum like my couch or if I kind of get into my car or anything like that. So it does also come with a nice wall mount, and you can actually stick the power charging cable through it, and there's actually space up here for your accessories as well. And the reason why I haven't just put it on is just because I've been actually moving my vacuum to different areas of the house, and I haven't really found a perfect spot yet, even after years, but I will. This is on my to-do list to put this in, but it's just you know, held together just by 2 screws into the wall, and there you have like then you can kind of keep the vacuum upright. It takes about 5 hours to get it fully charged up. So there are 2 filters that you need to clean once a month, they recommend. I've been a little bit lazy, so I've been doing it, you know, not that often, but you should be doing it once a month. So the first one is at the very, very top. You just pull it, and then you rinse it out under cold water, and you know, just tap it to get all the water out, and you have to let it air dry for 24 hours before your next use. The next filter, you just twist this back part off, and the filter's in here, and you kind of do the same thing. And so this is a bagless vacuum, so once you empty the container, it goes straight into your garbage can. But you do have to watch out that a lot of dust particles will fall out, so I would highly suggest you do this outside into your can as opposed to doing it inside. To empty it, pretty straightforward. See this red tab right here? All you do is you just grab it, put it over top of the garbage can, and you pull on it vertically, and all of the dust and everything that will fall down. Sometimes, you know, if you have lots of hair or anything like that, it does kind of get trapped in there, so you do have to kind of pull on it just to kind of get it out, or really, really shake it hard. And then to close it, you slam the top of the lid back down, and then you close the bottom hatch. Another great thing I like about this is it has a really, really good turning radius, which is especially helpful to get into those corners. Anyways, guys, I would highly, highly recommend this Dyson V8 Total Clean. My wife and I have been extremely pleased with it, and this sits up top along with the Vitamix as one of the best household investments that we have ever made. So anyways, if you've enjoyed this review and you want to see me do more, please like and subscribe, and definitely don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Desy31.